Why do people return after death? A happy family of 5 siblings. Suddenly one day, a horrific accident claims one of them, but she couldn't let go of her worldly attachments. She returned as a terrifying spirit, making the lives of her remaining 4 siblings miserable. Everywhere they went, they heard her agonized screams. "Why did you leave me alone? You have to stay with me." She wanted to say something, but what? Why has she returned? The twist at the end of the story is beyond anything you can imagine. That's why the movie holds a solid 7.8 rating on IMDb. Today, I am explaining the family horror thriller movie Arwah. At the start, we meet a guy named Jojo. He's a bit of a reckless person, living a disorganized life. Some thugs are beating him up to collect a debt. He manages to escape for now by telling a lie. On the other hand, we see Anga working at a company. He is under immense pressure. His boss approaches him and says, "I'm very happy with your work. You asked for a day off tomorrow, but the workload is heavy today. Can you finish it?" Anga replies, "I'll finish everything before I leave, sir." The boss, impressed, says, "You haven't taken a single vacation since you started. Since you're finally going home, it's my responsibility to lighten your load and release you. I'll handle everything. You go enjoy your holiday." Anga is overjoyed. Next, we see a girl named Momo who is studying, though her academic focus seems questionable. She calls her sister Nindi, who is a fashion designer. These 4 siblings eventually get on a group video call. After a long time, they are all planning to return home together. Waiting for them at home is their youngest sister, Sufi, and their father, Matin. Sufi is ecstatic to hear her siblings are coming back, and Matin is equally happy to see the family reuniting. Suddenly, someone knocks on the door. A man tells Matin that a girl in the village has been possessed by a jinn again. Matin is a Quran teacher who is known for performing ruqya, a form of spiritual healing. Matin asks, "Did that girl go into the forest again? I told her not to." When he arrives, he sees the girl making strange gestures, her eyes completely white. Seeing Matin, the spirit inside her says, "You must help me. You promised. I didn't kill myself. I was murdered." Matin promises to help and begins reciting verses while holding her head. The terrifying entity is cast out. The next morning, the 4 siblings head home by car. While Sufi is sweeping the yard, she senses something pass behind her but sees nothing. Then, she sees her siblings arrive and runs to them in joy. The family is finally together. Matin welcomes them all inside. The siblings are happy to see that their rooms are exactly as they left them in childhood. Momo asks Sufi, "Do you still sleep with this doll?" Sufi smiles and says yes, even though it's torn. They recall a childhood memory when other kids tried to take Sufi's doll, but the siblings protected her. Back then, Nindi had sewn the doll, and Momo had tied a sacred thread on Sufi's hand to protect her from evil boys. Everyone loves their little sister, Sufi, dearly. While Nindi is putting her clothes in the closet, a strange sound comes from the window, but nothing is there. At dinner, Matin asks them how successful they've become. Everyone shares their progress except Jojo, who is a bit of a slacker. Later, Anga gives Sufi a new phone as a gift because her old one was broken. Sufi is thrilled. She puts her SIM card in the new phone and keeps the old one in the closet. The next morning, Anga recalls old memories at breakfast and suggests they all go to the mountain waterfall where they used to go with their mother. Everyone agrees. Jojo notices their father's old car parked nearby and insists on taking it. Despite warnings that it might be broken, Jojo won't listen. As Anga goes to put his own car keys in his pocket, they accidentally drop onto the car seat, and he doesn't notice. As they drive off on the winding mountain road, a woman in white with a white umbrella watches them from behind. Suddenly, the brakes fail. Jojo shouts that the brakes aren't working, but the siblings think he's joking again. Before they can react, the car flips violently. Everything turns into a bloody, silent nightmare. One by one, they crawl out of the wreckage, everyone except Sufi. She is trapped inside and takes her last breath just before the car explodes. Their little sister is gone. But friends, this is where things get strange. Right as the car explodes, Anga wakes up. He wakes Jojo up. Was it a dream? But if it was a dream, why are there injury marks on their bodies? Where is Sufi? They run to the other room to find Momo, Nindi, and their father sitting silently. Anga asks, "Where is Sufi?" Their father, without looking at them, simply says, "It was fate. We must accept it." Momo cries, "Sufi is no more." Matin says, "I'm going outside to handle everything. Do not leave the house until I return." Nindi blames Jojo, saying if he hadn't taken the old car, this wouldn't have happened. As Jojo cries, a phone rings inside the closet. Anga finds Sufi's old phone, which has no SIM card, receiving a call. He picks up and hears Sufi's agonizing scream, "Why did you leave me alone?" Terrified, Anga drops the phone. Outside, they see the woman in white again. Later, as Nindi looks at Sufi's doll, she hears Sufi's terrifying voice. A ghostly hand grabs her shoulder, but no one is there. When the lights flicker, she sees Sufi's bloody figure standing before her. Momo arrives, but Nindi is the only one who saw it. Jojo goes to the bathroom and the door locks on its own. He screams as he sees a terrifying vision of Sufi. That night, they decide to sleep in one room. When Anga goes to turn off the light, it switches off on its own. Then it flickers back on. Anga is horrified to see Sufi's dead body lying right next to Nindi. He panics, and the siblings huddle together. Sufi appears again, standing nearby, asking, "Why did you leave me?" Suddenly, they see her sitting on top of the closet. The next morning, the woman in white approaches Anga on the balcony. She says, "I live nearby. I know about Sufi. She is appearing to you. Come to my house. I will explain everything." Before she can say more, Momo calls Anga for breakfast. When Anga looks back, the woman has vanished. At breakfast, Anga suggests they go find their father, but Nindi reminds them of their father's warning not to leave. An argument breaks out between Nindi and Jojo. Jojo reveals that he dropped out of school and took on debts to secretly support the family and his siblings' education because their father's income as a teacher wasn't enough. Anga comforts Jojo, promising to help him with his debts. Anga and Momo head out to find their father. Anga realizes his car keys are missing. He remembers they were left in the car. As evening falls, they go to the accident site. Anga sees Sufi walking into the forest and follows her. In the dark woods, Momo finds the red thread she once tied to Sufi's hand. Suddenly, she loses sight of Anga. Anga, lost in the woods, sees Sufi's terrifying figure wherever he points his flashlight. He is scared but also wants to talk to his sister. He runs away in fear. Back at the house, Jojo apologizes to Nindi, but as he talks to her, the real Nindi calls him from behind. Jojo is stunned. Who was he just talking to? The figure vanishes. In the forest, Momo finds Anga. They try to leave, but they keep coming back to the same spot. They are trapped in a supernatural loop. Suddenly, Anga sees the woman in white again and follows her, which finally leads them back home. They go to the woman's house. She tells them, "Sufi hasn't found peace. She has something to tell you. I can help you talk to her." She gives Anga a piece of paper with a mantra. Hold Sufi's favorite object, face west, and recite this. Momo is suspicious and tells Anga not to do it. They leave because the woman seems too mysterious. Back home, Matin still hasn't returned. Suddenly, a hand grabs Momo's leg. It's Sufi. Momo finally realizes her siblings were telling the truth. Jojo wakes up from a nightmare. Anga insists they must talk to Sufi. Nindi starts packing her bags, desperate to leave, but the siblings stop her, citing their father's warning. Someone knocks on the door. It's the woman in white. She has a creepy smile. Momo tells Jojo to lock the door. Jojo tells the woman to leave. Later, Anga sees Sufi's ghost again. He tries to go to her, but Momo holds him back. He insists it's his sister, but the figure outside looks like the woman in white trying to lure them out. Another knock. Sufi's figure is seen descending from above. Anga opens the door, and Sufi's spirit floats in the air, crying, "Why did you leave me?" Anga, losing his patience and desperate for answers, sits facing west, holds Sufi's doll, and begins reciting the mantra the woman gave him. Suddenly, Momo hears the sound of Quranic recitation coming from outside. Outside, we see Matin leading a prayer group, looking devastated. Suddenly, the door flies open. Something possesses Momo. Her eyes turn completely white. The siblings try to run, but Momo stands in their way. In Sufi's voice, she asks, "Why did you leave me?" When Anga grabs Momo, their bodies begin to react strangely. As the siblings touch each other, all their eyes turn white. In that moment, they learn the ultimate truth. Here comes the massive twist. They see a flashback to the day of the accident. The tragic truth was that Sufi didn't die that day, the four of them did. Sufi was the only survivor. She was the one screaming, "Don't leave me! I love you!" They were the ones who had left her behind in the world of the living. They aren't alive. Their father appears and says, "It was fate. You must accept it. You are no longer among us. You only stayed in this world because of the bond of love. Your sister's love kept you here, but now you must go." Sufi appears, crying, as she says a final goodbye to her siblings. But the siblings aren't sad anymore. They are happy knowing their little sister is alive and safe. They tell her, "We will meet again in the afterlife." They vanish into the air. And that's how this beautiful and tragic story ends. Honestly, when I saw the ending, I couldn't hold back my tears. This movie isn't just about horror. It's a symbol of the love between siblings. I hope you understood and liked the story. They were trapped in a web of love after death, and the spiritual recitation finally set their souls free. So friends, how did you like today's video? Let me know in the comments. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for staying with us. See you in the next video. Stay well, and take care of your loved ones.